Should you have a daily maximum stop loss, a hard stop that's going to stop you from trading for the rest of the day? If you end up losing your maximum loss for the day and you throw the money out the window, should you just walk away? Talking about it right here in this video, so make sure you guys stay tuned.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys? Patrick here, and today we're talking maximum stop loss, right? We're all trying to get that paper. Everybody wants to make some money. Right here, we got $300. Like every day, we want to just make a little bit of money every day trading. And how do we stop ourselves from giving back profits? Right now, my idea for my maximum stop loss is going to be $300 per day. I had it set to $500 per day, but I felt like I could probably keep it at $300 because the difference between having a $300 red day or having a $500 red day isn't much, right? There's a $200 difference, but emotionally and mentally, at that point, when I'm at $300 in the red, the difference between me like trying to get back to zero or me getting to 500, I feel like I get to 500 much quicker than I would get back to zero. So I'm going to raise my maximum stop loss from 500 to 300 to now really force me to be strict on my trades. And also, like, in the back of my head when I'm trading, I'm thinking like, okay, look, like I can't take a bad trade, because if I take a bad trade, I'm gonna get stopped out for the day and I'm gonna be done. I can't trade for the rest of the day. So I need to look for only the best setups. And also what I want to do is, I got this $300 here. I keep showing you guys, but I got $300 here and I'm gonna put this on my desk, right? If I lose the first trade of the day, and let's say I lose $100, most of my trades, I like to not lose over $100. So like my kind of like stop loss per trade is $100. So I've got $300. That's 3 chances, right? To have green trades, to have profitable trades. Those 3 chances. If the first trade of the day, I end up losing $100, I'm gonna take one of the $100 and I'm gonna put it over there on the right. And I know like, okay, I've only got $200 left before I get stopped out for the day and I can no longer trade. So now I've just made my second trade of the day and I'm down $200 in the day. I've got $100 left before I get stopped out and I can no longer trade. If I'm able to get back some of that profit, well, now I know I have 200. Hey, if you guys enjoy these videos, do me one big favor, hit that like button, subscribe button, also the bell notification so you'll get notified when I go live here on the channel at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. We got a lot of cool things coming, a lot of new things coming here on the channel and in the future with trading and all that fun stuff. So hit that subscribe button and follow along on the journey, and let's get back into that maximum stop loss. Having the actual cash in front of me is giving me this visual that I'm like, okay, look, like if I make money, that's real money that I'm taking from the market and putting it into my hands. If I lose money, same thing. Like I'm taking money out of my pocket, out of my hands, and I'm giving it to somebody else. And it's easy sometimes to just, start trading, placing trades and being like, you're not really thinking about the money. You're just thinking like, you start spiraling out of control. And before you know it, you've hit your maximum loss and you're like, like that's one of my big issues with trading is obviously like we're making the money, like we're trading, we're seeing the numbers, but like we're not getting that tangible cash in our hands, right? Like it's not just like simply like, okay, here's $100. Okay, nice. I got paid. And then you're like, okay, cool. Look, I made $300 on that trade. Like we don't see that. Like it's not tangible. All we see is little numbers on the chart and we don't really think about it when it comes down to like actually paying yourself. So now with this idea of having the actual $300 in my hands here, I'm going to be much less willing to want to give away any of these $100 bills. Like if somebody's like, hey, you want to make a bad trade? You want to make a bad trade? You want to be emotional? Here, give me one of those $100 bills. I'm like, well, maybe I don't want to give my $100 bill to anybody. Especially I don't want to give it to the market. So mentally, I'm now like in this state where I'm like, I don't want to give up my cash, right? Like I'm forcing myself to stay in the game. I'm forcing myself to want to make it happen here. So for now on, I'm going to have that $300 on my desk. I'm going to have a maximum stop loss with my broker for the day at $300. Will stop me from digging a deeper hole. And like I said, having a $500 red day or a $300 red day, it's pretty much the same thing at this point. Like I don't think I need any more than $300 risk on the day, because like I said, like if I get down to $300 in the red, there's a very high likelihood, I would say almost like a 70, 80% chance, 90% chance. If I go from green to red down $300, I would say there's a 95% chance that I'm going to end up being down $500, because at that point, like something's either wrong with my trading. Maybe I'm emotional. Maybe the market's just not giving me the setups that I need to be profitable that day. So that's like my understanding and kind of figuring out like what is your overall risk tolerance on the day, also based on your account. If you have a $500 account, obviously your maximum stop loss cannot be $300. If your $500 account, you should probably have like a $50 stop loss. What this allows me to do as well is, let's say I have a $3,000 account, I'm trading futures. If I lose $300 one day, now I'm down 20, we'll say 2,500 after commissions. Okay, so that still leaves me with $2,500 in my account to trade. So let's say I lose $300 on Monday, I make $100 on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday I lose another $300. I can have multiple maximum loss days, almost 5? I can have 5 in a row without basically blowing up my account. And the chances of me having a $300 maximum loss for 5 days in a row, I mean, there's a chance obviously, but that chance should be pretty low. You know, I should at least have like some green days within that 5-day period. Like, so I'm not just, you know, bam, 5 days in a row giving back all that profit, but having that maximum stop loss again is going to keep me alive, keep me going forward, keep me trading. Where if I have a $3,000 account and then I lose, let's say I lose, you know, $800 on Monday, now I'm down $2,200, and then I lose another $500, $600 on Tuesday, I'm losing a lot of actual financial capital, but I'm also, like, this is something that a lot of people don't talk about, I'm losing a lot of mental capital, a lot of emotional capital, right? Because having big red days it'll influence your trading, because the next day you're going to be like, okay, you know, I lost $1,000 on Monday. Like, I really got to get some of that profit back. So you're going into that next trading day already like, I got to get that profit back, right? But instead, having that maximum stop loss at $300, if I lose $300, like, I shouldn't have, you know, an emotional breakdown after that. Like, I shouldn't be like upset, because I know, like, hey, look, you know, like, on my good days, I'm making $500, $600, maybe $1,000 on a good day. On my worst day of the week, I'm only able to lose $300. So emotionally, the next day, if I lose $300 on Monday, on Tuesday, you know, I'm not going to be like, oh man, I had a really bad Monday. I had a really bad loss on Monday. I've got to get that profit back. On Tuesday, after losing $300, I'm just like, well, look, hey, that's business, right? Like, I had a red day, I hit my maximum stop loss, and then I was done. I walked away. On Tuesday, I'm coming back, and it doesn't really matter. Whatever happened on Monday, that's just a part of the process, right? Like, I had a red day, and I stopped out, and I'm done. I walked away. On Tuesday, I come back. I'm ready. I don't have that mental issue. I don't have the FOMO. I don't have anything to think about, because I'm aware that I hit my maximum stop loss on Monday, and it's a manageable maximum stop loss. Like, having a maximum stop loss, you know, having a $10,000 maximum stop loss, if you have a $100,000 account, it's one thing, but like having a very large maximum stop loss, hitting that maximum stop loss is going to be much more draining on your mental and financial capital than having a smaller maximum stop loss. And again, like, I feel like I've never really had a day where I was down, you know, $300, $500, and then I came back and had like the best day of my life trading. Like, it's normally the opposite, you know, like it normally spirals and it normally just kind of snowballs. So this is something that I really think is going to help me long run here by having, you know, that hard stop on my account where I just can't trade anymore. Like, I'm done. I got to walk away. Like, there's nothing I can do. I can't call my broker and be like, hey, please turn it back on. Please help me. No, we're done. It's over. We're walking. So $300 maximum stop loss. I would say the best idea here is, if you have, let's say you have a $1,000 account, you basically need to figure out like a maximum stop loss on your day that would kind of, you know, number one, not send you into an emotional fury. And then number two, like, I want you to build set up so you can have at least a minimum of 5 trading days straight of hitting a maximum stop loss, but still being able to trade. So like, if you have a $1,000 account and your maximum stop loss on that $1,000 account is, you know, $150, you know, you can lose $150 on Monday, $150 on Tuesday, $150 on Wednesday, $150 on Thursday, and then also $150 on Friday. and you can still, be alive. You can still be moving forward. You're going to be down a lot, but you can still trade and you can still progress. But again, like if you're hitting your maximum stop loss 5 days in a row, like there's obviously something wrong. There's something going on. Like maybe, like there's just something going on at that point. So you should ask yourself, like, hey, look, like I've hit my maximum stop loss, 5 days this week. So it's going back we need to go back to the drawing boards, right? Like that keeps you in check as well, because if you see that you're hitting the maximum stop loss, bang, 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 5 days in a row, like there's obviously something going on, and you need to, kind of do some introspective, start to look and figure out like what's going on at that point. So there it is. Based on your account size, you got to figure out what is your overall maximum loss that keeps you going forward, but also doesn't affect your mental, your emotional being that is yourself. I mean, we're humans at the end of the day. The idea of trading like a robot, it's just not going to work. Like you can try to train your emotions, try to become a robot, but at the end of the day, like you're going to have those emotional days. You're going to have the FOMO. You're going to have to deal with emotions. You are a human. I am a human. It happens. Like you can have like the best trading days, for weeks. And then all of a sudden you get emotional, you get FOMO. The one setup that you always see works doesn't work, and then you're now spiraling out of control. You made $5,000 in the last 2 weeks, and then you just lost $3,000 in 1 day. So having that maximum stop loss is going to stop you from doing that. So you can either work it with your broker, you can do it personally, but I would call your broker. If you're using IronBeam app, you can set it up through IronBeam. You just give them an email, give them a call, and they'll set up your maximum loss on the day based on your account size. And like I said, you should really think about like a 5 day period. Like you should give yourself a 5 day period where your account won't go to zero based off of you hitting your maximum stop loss. Because again, like if you're going 5 days straight of maximum stop loss, there's something probably going on there. So I've got my $300 here in cash. If I hit my maximum stop loss for the day, well, then I lose the cash and someone else takes it. But it's a good little reminder that it's cash, right? Like we're trading real money. Like this is real time, real money, real action. When you lose money trading, that's money that's gone from your account. Like it's going to someone else's pocket. So there it is. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, you know what to do. I'll talk to you guys later on.